Yo, good morning. How you doing? This is your coach Franz. And I got a question. How did you sleep last night? How did you wake up this morning? What did you do when you woke up this morning? Did you get up this morning feeling exhilarated, ready to hit the floor, ready to go out and take on the world and start fulfilling your dream? Did you wake up that way? Or did you wake up like most people? See, most people wake up in the morning after having a bad and restless sleep because they hated their day prior. Most people wake up in the morning and they feel lethargic. And they already feel negative about their day. They already are sitting there dreading having to go to work, having to deal with the traffic that they're about to drive through. They're looking at their bodies and they're not happy about their state of health. They're looking at the place that they're living in and they're not excited about the place that they live in. So they're already starting their day on a negative. And then the first thing they do is they turn on that news. Whether it's talk radio, whether it's just regular radio with a whole lot of talking, or whether they're turning on the actual news on TV, they're getting all this negativity now being poured into them about who got shot, who got murdered, what the president did, what this congressperson did, what the governor did, what this police officer did, who robbed what, who killed this person, who stole that, what drug this. So they're getting all this information, what child is missing. They're getting all this negative information about who killed whom and who blew up what and who robbed whomever and what the president did over there and what this congressperson did and what the law did. They're getting all this negative information right off the bat. And they get in their little car and they're driving and they're listening to more negativity. Listen to the talk radio that's talking about why people are single, why men can't find women, why women can't find men. They listen to the talk radio about how people in Hollywood are doing this crazy thing and that crazy thing. They listen to all this negativity on the radio and they listen to people call in and complain and talk about how their life is so horrible because of this, that, and the third. You listen to all that negativity. Then you get to work. And when you get to work, you run up against your negative partner. You know, this is your work husband, work wife, this is your work friends, this is your coworkers, this is your negative partner, because they're gonna tell you about all the negative things they've heard all day, that they've heard all morning. And they're gonna talk about all the negative things happening in their lives. And y'all gonna sit around talking about all the negative stuff that's been going on, and then you're gonna tell each other, well, all right, let's have a good day. How in the hell you gonna have a good day? You're not gonna have a good day. You're gonna have a horrible day. You're gonna have a day filled with trying to overcome all this negativity. You might have a moment of happiness here and there, but this is why you sleep so restless at night, because then you come home and you're feeling tired. You gotta pay your bills. You maybe have kids that you gotta deal with, take care of, and you say you gotta deal with them, not live with them, not love them. You gotta deal with them. You gotta take care of those kids. You maybe got a husband or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a wife that you gotta now deal with, and there's probably some negative stuff going on with them because you already filled with negativity. They now fill their life with negativity. So now y'all bringing all that home so y'all can just have a big negative party. So now that person's coming in and y'all having this big negative day. And then you go to sleep and you wonder why you can't sleep well, because you all stressed out from all that negativity you've been pouring into the day. Yeah, you might have moments of happiness where you went out and had some dinner or had a drink or watch your favorite TV show that you just got caught up into because you just needed something to release and relax, as you call it. But it's probably some show that's filled with a bunch of negativity throughout the entire show. Then ex machina, everything works out pretty well. So that might be your day. If that's your day, you need to change your day. You need to change the way you wake up in the morning. You need to change the way you move throughout the day. You see, when I get up in the morning, I have a glass of water, wake the body up. Then I stretch for about 5 minutes, wake the body up. Then I listen to motivational speeches or motivational music to get the body going. Because I want to hear it and I want my mind going right. I need positivity going on in my mind. Then I think about my own self and self-motivate myself and give the gratitude. I give my gratitudes throughout my morning. You know, everything that I'm thankful for. I'm thankful to be alive. I'm thankful for my loving children. I'm thankful for my mother. I'm thankful for the fact that I have a company to go to. I'm thankful for everything that I have in my life, and I'm thankful for everything that I know that I'm manifesting in my life. So I give gratitude first. And then I tell myself that I am. I get into the mirror and I tell myself, I am this, I am that, I am a great businessman, I am a great speaker, I am a great coach, I am a great father, I am everything that I am. And I say it to myself. And I look at in the mirror and I tell that person that. And then I spend one moment, small moment, killing defeating the parts of my personality, the parts of myself, the things that are going on in my life that I don't particularly care for. So I look in the mirror and let's say I was still procrastinating, and I would say, I kill you, Lorenzo, the procrastinator. See, I kill every aspect of who I am that does not deserve to be a part of my life, that is in the way of me achieving the goals that I want to achieve. So I got to kill those people. I got to kill those entities. I got to kill those spirits. I got to kill those energies in my life, and I get rid of those. Then after I kill them, I tell myself about how victorious I am. That I am the king, I am the emperor, I am the dictator over this life, over this person. I am all that there is to dictate the status of what this is going to be. And then I go throughout my day, remembering that, feeling that, meditating on that, on having my dream. Then I go and I attack my dream. I attack the things that I want to have in my life, the things that I'm going to have in my life, the things that I have in my life. I go out and I attack those things because I recognize something. I recognize two things, and these are the two things I want you guys to understand, right? I want you to understand this, that whatever your goal is in life, whatever your dream is in life, whatever you want to have in your life, you have to go and attack it every day. It's not a competition against you and the person next to you. I know you hear that many times from other speakers where they tell you that you have to outwork the next guy. You have to outwork these people over here. And I get that. And I'm not defeating, I'm not taking away from what they're saying, because you can't look at the other person and say, well, I work harder than them, so therefore I should get what I want. Or you can't look at the person who's succeeding above you and say, dang, they're working harder, so I need to catch up. That's competition. I need to get up there with them. You can look at them and they can motivate you to move faster and to move harder and to move in the right direction. But at the end of the day, the real competition is between you and the person in the mirror. You and you. Every day you gotta outwork you. Every day you gotta make you a little bit better. Every day you gotta say, well, I didn't have my 100% time management on, so I only function at about 60%. So tomorrow, I'm gonna function at around 65% or above. And then when 65, and then the next day you tell yourself, I am a time manager magnet. I am the master of time management. And you go about your day managing your time better. So your goal is to be better every day than you were the previous day. Because the only competition that there really is between you and you. It's between you and you. Because success is not dependent upon what you achieve compared to everybody else. But success is what did you achieve compared to what you could have achieved. What you could have achieved. And it doesn't matter how old you are. As the story goes, Colonel Harlan Sanders was 62 years old, sitting in his backyard, feeling defeated, ready to just call it a day. His wife found him deep in depression. And he said, I'm not worth anything. I'm worthless. I'm worthless. I'm like a filthy rag. I'm worthless. And she said, you sure cook chicken very well. From that moment on, for the next 5 to 10 years, Colonel Sanders built KFC. See, he didn't do it when he was 20. He didn't do it when he was 30. He didn't do it when he was 40. No, he didn't get started until he was 60. He wasn't successful financially until he was 65. So if you're saying that you're too old, well, that's bull. Well, that's just full. That's just full of bull. If you think that you're too old. If you think that you're too old, then the person that is negative, the person that is defeated, that inner voice that's inside of you that's telling you that you can't accomplish anything, that inner voice that's telling you that you're not worth having the achievement and having the success, that inner voice has already won and defeated you. And if that's the case, either you get up, stand up, fight for yourself, to thine own self be true, fight for yourself, or just let the waves of time cast you wherever it goes. Let the economy take you wherever it goes. Let political science and sociology take you wherever it goes. Let the trends of the day take you wherever it goes. Just be a feather in the wind. Or you could be the wind. You can blow your life into the direction that you want it to go. You could be the sun and shine radiance of life onto the parts of your life that you want to have. You could be the ocean and move the waves in the direction that you want the waves to go. You can be whatever force you want to be in your life. You could be gravity and pull everything towards you. Or you can be centrifugal force and keep everything that you desire to have in your life swirling around you. You can be whatever it is you choose to be in this life, in this existence, if you just decide that you are going to have it. Not that you should have it, not that that's the way it should be, but you have to decide that that's the way it is. And that's the way it must be in my life in order for you to find your level of success. And make sure you understand that every level of success is only dependent upon what you determine success is. It doesn't matter what this person's success is. It doesn't matter what that person's success is. The only level of success that matters is yours. You see, and that leads me into the second thing that you must understand. And that second thing is this. You can't care what anybody else thinks. Who gives a flying flip what somebody thinks about what you're doing and how you decide your life is going to be? Many people have things to say about the fact that I don't ever want to buy another house again for me to dwell in. That's not what I want. I've bought houses before. I don't want to buy another house. I don't want to be in that situation where I have a place that this is grounding me into this one spot. No, I want to see and live all around the world. That is the goal. So I refuse to buy something that will peg me down into one location. If I buy a house, if you ever see me signing my name on a mortgage, you'll see me signing my name on a mortgage that is designed to make me money. I will buy an investment product. I will buy a house that I am renting. I'll buy a condo that I am renting. I will do that, but I will not buy a house for me to dwell in that will hold me into one location. No, because in a few short years, when my youngest child graduates high school, and in a few years of making sure that he's situated, moving in the path that he wants to be in, oh, Coach Renz is going to go live over here for 3 years. Coach Renz then going to go live over there for 3 years. Then he's going to live over there for 3 years. Or Coach Renz going to buy that big 44-foot RV and just drive around this country for about 3 to 5 years. Then take one on over to Europe and drive around for 3 to 5 years. Then come on over into Asia and drive around for 3 to 5 years. And go on down into South America and Australia and all these other places in Africa and drive around for 3 to 5 years. That's it. It's going to be one of those or a combination of the two. But guess what? I don't care what you think about it. I don't care how other people feel about it. Some people may say, well, how's he living in an RV? How he gonna tell me about being successful? He living in an RV. Because that's what I want to do. Because that's success in my life. Because then I can say that, yes, I was at the Lantern Fester in the Mojave Desert. I released my lantern and I had a really great time. I went to Sturgis and unloaded my motorcycles off my trailer and had a great time in Sturgis. I went up to Niagara Falls and I had a great time. I went to the barbecue festival down in Texas. I drove all over Europe because that's success for me. And if a person can't deal with it, if a person can't be a part of that, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because like I said, I will attract those in my life who can be a part of what I'm going towards or what my goals are. Yeah, you can say that's selfish, but like I said a few minutes ago, to thy own self be true. You see, when you're true to yourself, then you don't care about what other people think. See, too many of you don't go after your dream, don't go after the things that you want in life because you're too busy giving a flying flip about what other people may say or think. But Coach Renz, if I fail, then what is my mom gonna say about me? What is my dad gonna say about me? What is my family and my friends are going to say about me? People are gonna think that I'm not successful if I fail. People are gonna think that I made a big mistake if things don't work out the way I wanted them to work out. But you gotta look in the mirror and say to yourself, I don't really give a flying flip what other people may say or think about my successes or my momentary setbacks. Because failure is only when you quit. It's when you say, I give up. It's when you say that I'm just never gonna have a relationship anymore. When you say that I'm just never gonna have a business. When you say that I'm never gonna have a house. When you say that I'm never gonna see the world. That's when failure occurs. But momentary setbacks is when a relationship don't work. and then you move on, rediscover yourself, get yourself you learn from your previous situation and move forward, still opening yourself up for the next relationship. So momentary setbacks is when you bought the house and the cars, and then things happen and you lose the house and the cars, and then you work yourself back up, get your credit back right, get your finances back right, and then you buy another house and buy some more cars. Momentary setback is when you say that I'm going to grind for the next 3, 4, 5 years and build my business, and then I'll take a vacation, then I'll go on a cruise, then I'll go take that trip to Europe, then I'll go take that trip to South Africa, then I'll go take that trip to Australia. That's when you just recognize you had a momentary setback because you took a break. You took a time to regather yourself, to learn from whatever mistakes you made or mistakes other people made or whatever happened in the economy that set you back, and now you're still moving forward. It's like Denzel Washington recently said that if you fall 7 times, then get up 8 times. Because it does not matter how many momentary setbacks you have, you still have to get up and move forward. So what you need to understand is that as long as you care about what anybody else says, as long as you are moving your life in a direction based on what other people's opinions may be of your outcome, then you will never actually find your own personal level of success. And if you're not doing that, then what good is your existence? Let's be honest. What good is your existence? You see, some of you may say that Coach Renz is being a little mean right now. That he's saying things that's so harsh, like what good is your existence? Like you shouldn't even waste the time of being around other people. Just go and flutter in the wind, be a boat without a rudder, and let the wind cast you wherever you go, and just be an effect of society instead of being a causal factor. Well, let me clue you in. You see, Coach Franz grew up with a grandfather who honestly believed that no matter what he wanted to do, regardless of his level of education, he was going to get it done. I watched this man build a construction company, and he couldn't even read a blueprint and barely could read a contract. But he built a construction company that took care of his family, that his family never went without. That we didn't have, the lights were always on, the food was always on the table, the clothes was always on your back. That I watched this man, wasn't the best in relationship, but I watched this man grind and get what he believed he deserved to have in his life. And he knew that nothing could stop him. See, Coach Renz grew up with that guy. Coach Renz also went to the Marine Corps at age 18 and spent 8.5 years in the Marine Corps, working in headquarters units, dealing with people who were affecting the world stage, talking with ambassadors and generals, and working with people who made policy. Coach Renz worked with those people. He went through different combat situations and dealt with Desert Storm and Liberia and Rwanda and Bosnia. See, Coach Renz has had to earn his stripes. Coach Renz had to go through things that most people, that if they went through them, they would falter. You see, I'm going to tell you something that I don't really tell a lot of people. But there was a time, a short, brief period of time, where I stood against an entire naval debt. Now what that means is that there was an issue that I'm not going to go in detail about, but there was an issue that I said, no, I'm not going to be a part of that. And I had the sergeant major, I had my colonel, I had the ship's captain, the ship's XO, I had the whole small fleet, the deck XO and ship's captain coming against me. But I stood my ground. I did what I believed was right. And at the end of the day, I called upon some other people to get my back. And guess what? It worked out in my favor. Because I refused to give up. I refused to allow somebody else to determine what will be in my life. The only person that determines what will be in my life is me. This guy. And if I need to go get the right help, I'll go get the right help. If I need to surround myself with the right people, I'll surround myself with the right people. If I need to get rid of certain people, I will get rid of certain people. Yeah, do I want to go around hurting other people? I'm not saying that I will hurt others in order to fulfill the things that I want to have in life. No. But what I am saying is that I will no longer, and I will never ever again, allow myself to lose in life just to make sure that other people are happy about their current life. What I am saying is that I will no longer, and I've made mistakes. I've been a part of businesses where I knew that it wasn't a good business to be in, but I was trying to make sure other people were taken care of. I've been in relationships where I knew I shouldn't be in the relationship or stayed there longer than I should have because I was trying to spare the feelings of these people or this person. You know, I've kept friendships where I know I needed to remove myself from that friendship because the negative forces and energy within that friendship was taking an effect on my life. I've allowed myself to make those mistakes, but anytime I come to the point of recognizing that I am causing destruction and I'm causing damage in my life, then I recognize it's time for me to move on, and I move on. Now, those people may not have liked it. Those people in that business may not have enjoyed it, but guess what? At the end of the day, I can't stay there, because at the end of the day, I have to make sure that my life is taken care of, because I got certain people who are dependent upon me. I got 3 people, my daughters and my son, who are dependent upon their father to be a guiding light for them, to make sure that they have a direction, a path, a visual, a hero that they can say, I can achieve whatever it is I want to achieve because look at my father, because I had a grandfather that I can say that about. I had a mother who only had a 6th grade education, who took care of 3 kids by herself, working 2.5 jobs. I had somebody I can look to. I had a grandmother that kept a whole big family together, cousins, nieces, nephews, uncles, everybody together. When things were going rough, I had a grandmother that kept everybody together. Yes, it was Big Mama's house. I had that to look at. And I have to ensure that I do my part, that my kids have that to look at. They have their mother, they have their father, they have grandparents, they have uncles, but I gotta make sure I'm doing my part as their father. So other than those 3, and until I have a wife, other than those 3, those are my major concerns. Those are the only ones whose effect I'm concerned about. That's it. But too many of you are worried about the coworker. Too many of you are worried about the neighbor. Too many of you are worried about the guy you pass walking down the street who may have said something about what you're wearing. Too many of you are worried about people who don't matter in your life and who won't even think about you again. You're worried about that. You're allowing yourself to fall short of your goals, or fall short of your glory, because you're concerned about what other people may say about you during the process. Let me tell you something. If you was part of my process right now, you would say that, how can you sit up here and talk about success when you're not driving the brand new car, you're not working, your business is not spread all over the country making billions of dollars, you're not living in a big house, you're not buying the finest of clothes, you don't have the big watches on and all that kind of stuff. How can you tell me about success? Well, let me tell you something. I've achieved many of those things before. And at the end of the day, they don't really matter to me anymore. I could care less about the house and the clothes and the cars and all that kind of stuff. What I care about is what's going on right now. You see, in the next 4 to 7 years, we're going to have a market correction. And so what Coach Franz is doing, he's settling in. He's building a foundation. You see, I won't go and spend a bunch of money doing a bunch of other things right now that are inconsequential in my life. You're not going to see me taking a bunch of vacations right now. What you're going to see me doing is building Uncle Ren's Popcorn so that I have certain locations in certain cities over the next 4 to 7 years to make sure that the branding is strong enough to survive, and not only survive, but grow in the impending market correction. You see, when that market corrects, there's going to be a lot of commercial real estate, a lot of good commercial real estate that's up for grabs. When that market corrects, people are going to want to have that place to go to get out of that funk. Oh, let's go just have some ice cream. Let's just go have some popcorn just to make me feel better because the market is killing me. People are going to have that place, but that branding is going to keep them coming. Did you see Starbucks suffer with their expensive coffee? Did you see them suffer during the last market correction? No, they didn't. No, they grew. They grew because it's about positioning yourself. You see, I position myself in the next 4 to 7 years, position that company to be successful, to stand up against whatever's coming, but also to take advantage. You see, I'll be taking advantage of all the other locations that are now available at a much, much, much cheaper price. I'll be able to take advantage of those real estate owners who own this plaza and that plaza, and I can come in and buy this plaza and that plaza. I'll take advantage of all those opportunities, and so I'm positioning myself for that right now. So you gotta have that kind of vision to see what's coming down the road so you can position yourself. Now, what else am I positioning myself for? I'm positioning myself right now. See, I'm Coach Renz telling you right now, and you may not see the value in Coach Renz right now. You may not see that value. But see, in the next 4 to 7 years, when Coach Renz proved to be correct, when I built that brand, then you're gonna say, oh yeah, I wanna go and I wanna be a part of Coach Renz programs. But instead of you paying now what it costs to be with Coach Renz, oh no, you're gonna pay 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 times as much. You're gonna pay a lot more then. Because now I've already validated myself with previous businesses that were successful. I've already validated myself with many other successful ventures in the corporate world. I've already validated myself by being one of the top personal trainers in the city of Atlanta and basically, let me rephrase it, being the top selling personal trainer in the city of Atlanta, because I would never claim to know all the information, but I had 100% success rate for anybody with me over 3 months, because I know how to get people to work and change their lives, and that's what's important. That's the only thing that matters. So I've already had many successes that I can stand on. I got a firm foundation that I can stand on. But see, what Coach Renz want to have, I want to have that, well, not want to, don't like that word. What I have is that worldwide recognition. What I have is that worldwide foundation. What I have is that worldwide credibility that allows me to stand on the world stage. You see, that's the vision I have for me. What is your vision for you? What is your vision? What is your plan? What do you jump out of bed every morning excited about? What do you spend at least 2 to 4 hours every day working on outside of your current vocation? What do you really want to have in your life? Who do you really want to have in your life? What are you doing to bring that in your life? Because if you're not looking at yourself and saying that I will do better today than I did yesterday, and if you're not telling yourself that I don't give a flying flip about what anybody thinks about what I'm doing, that my only purpose is to achieve the level of success that I decided that I want to have in my life and live out my life based on my rules, based on what I want to see, based on what I want to accomplish. If you are not doing that on a daily basis, then the person that you need to apologize to is the person in the mirror. The person that you need to have guilty feelings about is the person in the mirror. And then you need to take that apology, take those guilty feelings, and refuse to allow them to ever come into your life again. To forgive yourself for failing yourself, and then never fail yourself again. As it was said, to thine own self be true. You have to prove to yourself every day that you are worthy, that you are worth it, that you deserve to have greatness in your life, that you are a person of outstanding quality, that when you were created, the mold was broken, and that you deserve to have every great thing in life, that you are the best thing that has ever happened to yourself. So when you believe that, and when you get out of bed every day and you make your life that way, you will begin to have more greatness in your life. I believe in you, and I know that you can have it because I've seen it in myself. But I know that you can have it because I've seen it in so many other people I've worked with. I know you can have it, and I know that you deserve it. But you gotta free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable.